Hello and welcome, beautiful ladies, to the Multiple Income Experience Day 2. And today we are going to dive into conscious health as your wealth capacity, as your wealth creation. So, first of all, if you haven't watched Day 1, if you were not live with us and you haven't watched it, then I highly recommend that you go back and watch it. Uh, it was really, really inspiring and powerful. We had guest speaker Marie, and we really spoke about, how you can expand yourself, your vision, and your income with the right business model. And Marie shared her incredible story and journey and where she is now with creating a seven-figure business, and it's just absolutely amazing. And I got so inspired. I mean, I've known her since many years, since over 5 years, but it was so inspiring to me to hear the story again that after the call, I sat down and I went over my goals, over my vision, and I felt like I just want to expand everything. So yeah, go back and watch it. And today we expand how much you can actually hold. Because if you want more clients, more money, more growth, that requires a version of you who has the capacity to hold that, right? So I see that very often that outside, everything looks kind of right. You have the skills, you have the strategy, you know what to do, and yet then you maybe have a great week and then suddenly you crash again. Or you sign clients and then it feels like it's a lot. Or you want to show up, but your energy isn't there. So this is not because you are lazy or inconsistent, but because your system is stretched. And maybe you've heard this before, your body sets your income ceiling. So you cannot build consistent wealth in a depleted body. When there is stress or depletion or, a dysregulation, that totally impacts your clarity, your decisions, and your ability to take action. So I'm very excited today to really dive into that topic. We have Janice here today, and I'm really excited to hear her journey today and where she's at. And she will share an opportunity with you as well. Um, this is so important because no strategy can override your nervous system capacity. So you cannot out strategize. You cannot out manifest a dysregulated nervous system. And we know that, hustler energy is survival based. And the CEO energy, that is what we want. That is like regulated, clear, sustainable. This is where you feel amazing, where you step into the leader that you really are. And those of you who are my clients here or who have been following me for a while, I speak about that a lot. The whole topic of leadership and also the whole topic of safety. And also yesterday we touched on the safety, when your body feels safe, your leadership expands. And that is when you can expand your business and your income. So conscious health equals scalable wealth. This is not about doing more. This is really about building an aligned ecosystem that supports you physically, emotionally, and financially. And I'm really passionate about that. And I speak often with Janice about this as well, that we really have to consider all parts or levels of ourselves. They all impact one another, of course. When you are physically not well, that impacts how you are able to do the mindset work or how you are energetically. So, it's not your strategy or your offer or your mindset alone. It's about your body. If your body doesn't feel safe holding more clients, more money, more visibility, then it will say no. It will become hard. And you maybe have experienced it, that your body gives you all these signs. Your body comes in the way because it doesn't feel safe or it doesn't feel, yeah, healthy, well nourished to hold all of that. So we want to shift this, and that starts with your health, your physical body, with your nervous system. And we want to shift from I'm trying to keep up with my business to I'm the woman who naturally holds this level. And when you are well, you can. So I am very excited to introduce Janice today. She is a transformational leader at the, can we say, intersection of holistic wellness and purpose-driven entrepreneurship. We have been connected since a couple of years as well, working together, supporting one another, and it's been a really beautiful, time together and journey together as well. So Janice empowers women to achieve radiant health, vibrant energy, and aligned success through science-backed nutritional rebalancing and heart-centered business mentorship. She has also been through an incredible journey in her life with, yeah, entrepreneurship, with herself, her health, her body. And yeah, Janice, hello, and I'm so excited to have you here on this call today.
Thank you, Yara. Thank you for putting this together and thank you for including me and inviting me to share. I love sharing and hoping to inspire women, especially to, be entrepreneurs because I've been one for 38 years. And
Yeah,
I'm
wow.
so grateful. It's an up and down roller coaster, but I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to be of service. And I think it's 3 years now. I'm venturing to say we've known each other and worked together. And I came to her to work with money mindset issues that came from issues from my childhood and all that stuff that we all need to work on for sure. And I've just so appreciated working with you, Yara. And it's all been part of my growth journey. Um, and I loved what you shared earlier. I've always said personal growth equals income growth. And I think that
Mm.
healthy living and healthy growth also equals income growth. The way you put it was beautiful. And what you shared was so true because I've experienced being in business for myself with a healthy nervous system and a totally attacked nervous system. And I can say that the stress one, the attack one, darn near killed us and me and my family. It was very challenging. And so stress is a killer, and that hustle energy is no longer for me. So
Mm.
I just love sharing because I think we've come into a time where we need more entrepreneurial thinking. And we need multiple income streams, which you're addressing. We need to find something that we're passionate about that can also reward us in some way that helps offset the costs of doing business, which have just grown and grown and grown.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just quickly want to mention really every single day, I am so grateful that when I drop off my girl at the kindergarten or my I bring my son to the train so he can go to school, I just go back home. I go back home into the place that I love. I'm my own boss. I have my own freedom and I can work from home with, yeah, be with what I love, supporting people that I love, with the businesses that are totally aligned with who I am and with what I want to create here in the world. And this is
Yeah, and you can
such an
not only you
amazing
can move
feeling.
that home too. You can move, you can be mobile too.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been a
yeah,
nomad for a lot of years. I live in Hawaii and
yeah.
Maui, sending love to Maui, but I'm in Mount Shasta, California right now in a vacation rental and I'm still working. So isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is also what I spoke a little bit about yesterday, that multiple income streams really give us a whole different level of freedom. And with that also, yeah, not just the financial freedom or how we create our lifestyle, but really also being independent of location. And that is so important to many as well. So, Janice, we would love to hear shortly how it all began and your story. yeah, it began on a lavender farm actually, right? Where you discovered the power of, yeah, aligning health with purpose, and where you actually went through an incredible health journey or, accident and then healing yourself. So share with us shortly your story so that people know more about where you actually come from and how you got into that.
Absolutely. And if you're interested in learning more too, you can read my story on my website, which we'll give to you later. But yeah, I think I've always been the chief energy officer of my life, CEO, chief energy officer, and I've always wanted to be self-employed. I have had jobs, so I do know the difference. And I prefer working for myself and building my own dreams. And so my husband and I had a vision and we bought a whole 100-year-old farm in 1998 in Central California, and we transformed it into a lavender farm bed and breakfast. And we became the largest tourist draw in our town for many years, and we held events there and educational events, and we taught about adaptogens. Lavender is an adaptogen, plant wellness, using plants to detoxify your life and your body, and really just had the time of my life raising my two young children there on the farm. I substitute taught in the school just to keep my hands in their school for fun up until high school. Then it was over. But I loved the farm, and I was the lavender lady. Everybody knew me. I helped other people start their little lavender farms, and it became a really big deal. And I I just got a phone call. It distracted me. Sorry. So anyway,
No
I
worries.
really, it was like I loved it. We loved it. We were working very hard, 24/7. We were open a lot, doing concerts, lavender festivals. I had a lot of fun doing educational events. Hold on just one second, because it could be an emergency. Let me just tell her that I got to call her back.
Yeah, no worries. So, anyone here on the call, anyone who is live or who is watching the replay, please say hi. Let us
Okay.
know that you are here. And if you watch the replay, please type in hashtag replay. I would love to see that you are watching or that you watched this.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
Jenny.
that. Anyway, I had a lot of fun. It was the lavender lady. We were working hard. I had just received a loan from the USDA or just got approved for a loan from the USDA to take it to the next level. I was getting excited about getting my products with barcodes and into the Whole Foods and Target. And I was just working really hard. And loving it though. And I put all my eggs into that basket. And then we went off on our first vacation in 3.5 years, and I stepped in a hole and broke my leg, and it was just devastating. It was just, instead of a 5-day vacation, it was 5 days in the hospital. I had multiple surgeries over the course of a couple of years, and really took a tumble in my health. I became autoimmune. We were a mom and pop business, and when you take mom out of a mom and pop, it's very challenging. So we went. We had to sell it. So we sold it, didn't make any money, sold it short, which means basically we sold it for less than we owed, which was too bad. So we had to walk away from that and start over. And I didn't have a backup plan. And I had been, when I started the lavender farm, I was one of the original members of Young Living Essential Oils, a nice network marketing company. And I loved the oils, but I didn't do it and I didn't continue with it. And but when I lost my farm, had I continued with it, I might have had something that I could have fallen back on, and had something like a second income that would have been a plan B. But I didn't. And so I had to walk away and start over. My husband in his 60s and me in my late 40s. And it was very challenging. I ended up putting on 100 pounds, almost lost my leg. And really, the ripple effects throughout my family were devastating. We weren't prepared. We just were building the business, and we were part of the crash here in the US, the 2000, 2008, 2009 recession. We got all tumbled up into that, and ended up losing our lavender farm. So it was quite the life-changing experience for me and for health wise. And after I had to go on 4 rounds of antibiotics for a skin infection that I was having, which skin is your largest organ and it's a leading indicator of something's going on. And I didn't realize that at the time so much. But after 4 rounds of antibiotics to get rid of a MRSA infection, the doctor said to me, "You've got to lose at least 50 pounds, at least. And you've got to address your gut health and build your immune system, or you're going to be on a lifetime of medication." And I wasn't ever on medication, and I didn't want to be on medication, and I that just scared me. And she turned away and walked away. She didn't give any, "How about you try this?" Or I'd already tried everything. So I mean, I'd been sugar-free, gluten-free, wheat-free, dairy-free, cheese-free. I had tried all the frees. And when it really reality came down to the fact that I needed to stop that, all that stuff and to detox, because I had a lot of medications from the surgeries and a lot of things in my system and a lot of stress. And that combination was creating a time bomb in me. And my skin was trying to tell me, "You've got to address this." And right at that moment, a friend of mine that I'd been working with in another business said to me that he had gotten recruited to open up Korea for Isogenics. And I remembered Isogenics because I had been in the founder's original company. I knew her, and I had been in Isogenics as well when I started the lavender farm, and I stopped it. And so I was like, "Yeah, I need to do something. Let's do it." And I started, and within 3 days, I knew I had found the solution physically and the community to support me, that I could do something, that I thought, wow, I actually could build a network. And that's what we do. We leverage a network of consumers. We build a community of like-minded people, people that are into high frequency foods and want to feel good. And I just fell right into place right away. And within this first 6 months, I had made $10,000 in bonuses and all kinds of incentives and rank and bands. It was very fun. Today, there's so many different ways to build. You don't even have to do all that, but it was an amazing ride. Travel, we were full-time RVers in our fifth wheel for 3.5 years. And we traveled around, and I built the business. I would go to people and teach them the system and work with them. And it was about building community, building relationships, helping others, that they were just regular people, that an extra few $100 a month make a difference. Plus, they wanted to lose weight or feel good or grow their hair. And then we ended up coming over to Maui for 90 days, and COVID hit. And so COVID was a blessing in a way for me, because I was already online. I was already building a network of people all over the country. And so when everybody had to go inside and work online and focus online business, I was already there and was able to leverage again that network. So 2020 was a fantastic year for me, the best year really that I'd ever seen up until that time. And for a few years with the Marine Collagen coming out was a very exciting time in Maui. And then we got through COVID. So it's been such a great business model to support me through the downtime of losing my farm and my passion and my love and really being depressed and needing a way out, to being able to travel and help others and meet new people, and just share the idea that you can live a non-toxic life. You can detox your body, your home, and you can also earn a little extra money if you want.
Yeah, wow. Thank you for sharing. And I mean, I've heard your story a couple of times, but it's really heart touching every time again, what you went through with losing that lavender farm and then all the physical issues that came afterwards, and yeah, having to build yourself up again, but also finding a business model and making an income that works for you. And
Well,
you
and I lost everything, Dara. I lost everything. We were
yeah.
down and out like for a while. It was very challenging. I had to take a job I worked at a little spa. I was walking with a cane. I was doing what I could to take care of myself. But it wasn't
Mm,
until I addressed the deficiencies, the stress and the toxins and the resentments and the mental stuff
yeah.
together was
Yeah.
I able to release the 100 pounds. It all had to work together, the personal growth. And that's when I came to you too. I remember because I really wanted to really the full package, right? What you
Mm.
call conscious health. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. I really love this term as well, conscious health, because it really straight, yeah, shows you what it is basically, or what we mean with it. Yeah. So yeah, what a journey. And I know that you said since you started with this company, Isagenix, that actually you were paid every single week. And that
Yeah,
is really
every week.
amazing. Every week. Yeah, that is really amazing. And I want to mention that here because, yeah, that is possible. Isagenix pays weekly. And I mean, multiple income streams. Of course, we all want to make an impact. We want to help other people and we love the product, but we want to make money, right? So getting paid every single week is just a really, really cool thing. And yeah, beside that, tell us just a little bit more about the products actually, because they are, I would say, really special. I've been with Isagenix. I actually just got the 2-year anniversary email, I think 2 days ago or so. And yeah, I've been using the product since more than a year, 1.5 years actually. And yeah, the amazing thing for me is that first of all, it's all natural. That's what I love. Really high quality. And after taking them just 2 or 3 days, I feel and see a difference in my body, in my skin, in yeah, really how I feel. And that is what I find amazing because I mean, there are so many wellness companies and products, also good products, but that you see such profound, beautiful effects after such a short time, that's not always given. So, yeah, tell us a little bit more about the products, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Because number one, if I was going to build a business with something, right, and I'm thinking it from a business perspective,
Mm,
I need a product that's going to get results that people
yeah.
want to reorder, that it's not a one-off, because then you can't really create that residual income, which I'm so grateful for. And like you said, I've been paid every week since I started, and that was 8 years ago. And so to be able to have people that get on it, get find things they like, and continue to reorder is critical. Here I am traveling. I haven't been able to work very much, and I'm still continuing to get paid. And that's beautiful because the products are so great. They are clinically validated and they've been around 24 years, and the formulations are above just amazing 10 star, like no compromise. And always done to the finest standards, non-GMO, soy-free, gluten-free, just really good products, kosher. So they get results. And that's really important because there are a lot of wellness products that you can spend your money all over the place too. I like the idea of buying from myself. And that way, when I buy from myself, I'm getting like money back because it flows into my network. So with Isagenix, there's two ways to earn. There's either the brand partner program, which is just free and people can sign up and share links and make commissions on their links. That's fine. People love that. A lot of professionals that are busy, they love that option. Doesn't cost anything. There's no minimums. There's no requirements. No purchase
Mm,
requirements.
mm,
Just sign up. Then there's
yeah.
the other way, like I do it, that has created that weekly residual pay, and the brand partner can be residual too, because you get paid on every time that person orders. So that's beautiful. But in the way I do it, which is the other way, the team building way, I'm leveraging a network. So I'm getting paid on all the network's reorders as well. And for me to do it as a business, that made more sense. But brand partners are great, and I have quite a few, and I love them. But they wouldn't work without products that got results. So we have a fitness line that we have a lot of professional athletes. In fact, JJ Bird, a former NFL player, will be talking on the 31st about the new MCT oil addition and the shakes. That'll be great. So we have a lot of people that are professional athletes. John Lamb, greatest golfer, I think, have been promoting it. We had a whole team, Isagenix. That's one angle, and that people love, and that they love for pre-workout, post-workout. The neat thing about all of it, it all really starts from our reset system, and it's all adaptogens, which are plants that help us adapt to stress, like lavender, ashwagandha, eleuthero root, chandra, goji berry. My adaptogen elixir over there, it comes in a little bottle. It's my favorite products, has really helped me. And we have adaptogens throughout our product line. Nootropics, these are beautiful plants, again, that have grown in extreme conditions and have really proven to be helpful with focus and energy. So we have a whole line of energy products. Basically, it's functional foods and functional beverages. I know you love the Ionic Supreme, which is it could be the whole product line is the Ionic Supreme. It's our flagship product. It's never changed. It's a botanical drink full of adaptogens and niacin and vitamins and nutrients and minerals and all the things that we need. And we take a shot of it every day. And then I love, because I'm traveling right now, I'm on the go. I love our clear protein because we teach a lot about protein pacing. And for me, I need 140 grams of protein a day. And if you go to proteinpacing.org, you can figure out what you need, but it's 1 gram per 1 pound of ideal weight. So if your ideal weight's 125, it'd be 125 grams. Very hard to eat that in one meal. So we need to pace that throughout the day like medicine. Food is medicine. And as we do that, helps our hormone balancing, helps our mood balancing, helps everything about what is going on in our nervous system,
Mm.
and it helps us sustain our energy. So I love our clear protein. I'm having it right now. It's blueberry lemonade. I love it. I mix it with our moringa super mix, which moringa is the most botanically, the best and most nutrient rich, dense plant on the planet. And I love drinking it because it's like, it's just amazing. All the vitamin C, I think it's 7 times or 37 times the amount of oranges you can get. I mean, I can't remember all the numbers, but it's amazing. And when I drink it, I feel so good. And I drink
Yeah.
that with the clear protein, and I'm getting, I think, 30 grams of protein in this, and I have my creatine. So I notice when I'm traveling, especially because I do have a routine. If I don't stay on the routine, if I stop the creatine, for example, for a few days, or if I stop the collagen or the adaptogens, or I will notice over time, gosh, why do I feel so tired, or why is my body aching? And or I might get run down and get sick. So I have to, as autoimmune person, whatever that means really, because I'm letting that go. But I have to take care of myself, nourish my nervous system, give my body the protein that it needs. Protein is like a miracle drug. I mean, if you can find quality protein, and we can only eat so many steaks, and a lot of people don't eat beef, but if you do, you can only eat so many, and you can only eat so much chicken. And it's like after a while, you got to have alternatives. And our protein is definitely what we're known for. I mean, our protein shakes, they are so nutrient dense and high in protein, quality, clean protein from grass fed, nursed in season, amazing happy cows in New Zealand. And it's undenatured, which is really challenging to find undenatured out there, which basically means you can Google it, but it's just not processed. It's more
Mm.
like a dehydrate. So it's super healthy and bioavailable. It's got all the nutrients and the things that we need because protein is like the building block of our everything. And we have to have more. And a lot of people are not getting enough protein, as well as, and I'll stop here in a second, as the electrolytes. We also have, there's electrolytes and BCAAs in the clear protein mix. Super important because a lot of people are dehydrated, especially where I am in the mountains right now. It's a big change from Maui. And I can tell if I don't drink it, I get dry lips. I start to feel dehydrated, and I
Mm.
don't feel dehydrated because I've been staying up on it. So these things are important and essential. And so if we have a business we're running, or we want to be the best version of ourselves every day, or we're coaches, or we're trying to make a difference, if we're not taking care of ourselves, we don't have the energy. If we're dealing with dehydration, I mean, I can get dehydrated and I don't feel good at all. So I
Yeah.
don't want to be dehydrated.
Yeah.
And it can really make you feel sick. So I just look for ways to support my body. And I do. I love all the products. I could go on and on. The NAD, the collagen's been amazing. So it's just like, if people want to know more about it, they can always just browse the link and check it out and reach out for questions. But what's important to me is I know that they give me the best quality that's going to get me the best results and the ability
Yeah.
to earn money back
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, that is amazing. Thank you for sharing. And yes, of course, we will put some links in the comments so you can go there and check it out. And I also just wanted to stress that point again that if we are not well in our body, if we have deficiencies, or toxins, or, you know, if there's an imbalance in our body and we are not well nourished, then that totally affects how you can do the inner work. And we all know how it feels when we are depleted or even sick. Um, well, we can't show up in as our best version, right? And in our power. So this is where I'm really passionate about considering our physical body, taking care, and we all know how it is when we are sick, how shit it feels. Suddenly, there's nothing more important than getting healthy. So why let it come to that point and not take care of ourselves and our body in the first place and really make that a priority? Yeah, and this is why I really also love these products and the company with this amazing business opportunity. As Janice shared, there are two different options. And yeah, the brand partner, of course, you earn in a different way, but you actually have an option to even start a business where you don't have requirements and you don't have an investment. And that is really incredible, right? And also the other way is, yeah, absolutely doable and very attractive. So yeah, we will also put something like a link in the comments where you can find out more about that option, that opportunity. And yeah, please feel free to reach out to me or to Janice if you want to know more. Janice also has a
Can I add
Facebook
one
group.
thing?
Yeah, of
Can I
course.
add one thing? I just wanted to say that, when I had my lavender farm, I worked with a lot of health and wellness people. I'm still doing that. In the Maui, I'm a practitioner at the Maui Singing Bowl, which is a really beautiful experience. But at the lavender farm, I work with Reiki healers, massage therapists, estheticians, life coaches, people, photographers, people that liked creative endeavors. We had a gallery there where they could show their artwork, and we always tied it into the lavender. But what I know is, and what I've learned, is that they always were working very hard. If they weren't exchanging their time for the dime, they weren't earning. There was no leverage. So, I would work with them a lot of times to create their own private lavender oil. And I would provide the oil and they'd put their label on it, and then they'd get their customers to buy that every month. And then we added in a spray and a body wash. And so I had 6 or 7 different massage therapists with their own private labels. This is another way for people who do things to earn extra multiple income, is to private label things and get people to like what they buy so they reorder. That's all you want, is that reorder, and to generate more income than just exchanging your time for the dime. They would get so burned out helping others. They didn't have the money, resources, or time to take care of themselves. And
Yeah.
I see it still today. A lot of my massage therapist friends and coaches, they have such great heart and they really can make a difference, but they're so overtaxed physically and financially, they're not able to support the business idea. And that's why I believe if you do something on the side, if
Mhm.
you're referring the moringa, or you're referring the collagen for self-confidence because you're helping people with self-confidence, or whatever it is, you want people, you're helping coach them to get in health, give them the protein or the creatine or whatever. Creatine is the most researched supplement on the planet. People need it. It's great for cognition, strength, so much. And you can help them and you can create an income that can continue to support your life goal, your vision. And it can do it in a way that you are, contributing to and supporting it, right? And so that's all I wanted to say, is that I know a lot of people in the wellness business with great intention that can't make
Yeah.
enough money to stay there.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And this is also why really we want to bring it here to all of you guys, where I know you all are spiritual entrepreneurs, healer, coaches, and yeah, to have that extra leg of income with an opportunity that supports your health, and with that, your capacity and your potential, what you can create in your business, that is just absolutely amazing, and I think very important. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, and this is also, it reminds me on actually where Marie yesterday asked us that question, where she says, who here actually has a business that when you would stop working tomorrow, you would still make money?
Right.
Almost none of us here, right? Like a
Me.
very few who have such a business, on the side, or, who combine multiple income streams. So this is really, really important. And this is where we can also really build something that actually lasts. So yeah,
Yeah, and also too, not to interrupt again,
mm,
but Sometimes, and I know for me when I was starting out, an extra 500 every couple weeks made a tremendous difference in the bottom line. Even 300, whatever it is, can make such a difference
Mhm.
in helping you to
Mhm.
land another client or do another ad or whatever it is. It can, I always say it funds my healthy lifestyle. It funds my fun tickets. That's
Yeah,
the way I look at it. And so
yeah,
I always encourage people to find something like that, so that they can help to support their goals, their big vision.
absolutely. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, so it all starts with you, with your vision, with how you step into this next level version of you that can make things happen. Whatever might be your additional income stream, or, however many income streams you want to build, or whatever direction you go, it starts with you, with who you are, and with the choices that you make. But I know from all of you here, in on this call, or who will watch the replay in this group, you all have a vision, and you all have this calling in your heart that you want to create something big, and you are here for more, right? And yeah, I can just say, yes, build your business, but dream bigger and expand your capacity physically, financially, spiritually, energetically, expand. And yeah, make the choices and take the steps that are required to make this happen, to expand and to become bigger in your vision and in everything that you do. So, thank you,
Absolutely.
everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you so much, Janice, for sharing your journey and this incredible opportunity with us. Links will be in the comments, so go click them, check it out. And yeah, I can't wait to see your comments and to hear your feedback and your questions. So, yeah, thank you, everyone, and we will speak very soon again. Thank you,
Thanks, Yara.
Janice.
Thanks, Yara.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.